we just need to remember to tell everybody several times that that we're not going to
Hello,
be live till
everybody.
2.
Yes,
Hello,
I
hello.
agree.
Let me go and let
Yeah, let
everybody
me
know
make
we're
you
here.
big so you can show us what you're going to show us.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna go tell everybody we're here.
Oh, well, you can do that too, I guess.
Okay, you can say hello to people while I tell everybody we're here.
Alrighty. Well, nobody's
Because
here yet, so.
I think your 15 minutes was fast.
Well, I was running.
Well, I'll tell you what. I have not eaten fruit salad that fast ever.
Well, I got here's mine.
Okay, wait just a minute. Where's yours? Let's see. I want to see. Oh, okay. That's part of that was in my cherries. Oh, he just came back in. Is everything okay, hon?
Well, how much of a road rash do I have down my back for that?
Oh no. Lisa, make yourself big. I'll be back in a minute. Oh dear.
Okay,
I'll be back
I
in a
will.
minute. I'll be there. Just play. I'll be there. Let's
Okay.
go bathroom.
It hit me back.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Well, I just need to
Well, you
know.
might want to.
Well, I gotta see it, and I probably need to.
We can hear you, Tanya.
I think it's just.
Okay. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Deborah. This has been a day. So, Tanya's hubby needed her to check something out. I'm not sure what happened, but anyway, he needed her to help him with something. So, so she'll be back in just a minute. But my morning just was like gone, and I didn't get anything done that I'd planned to do because I was doing other stuff I needed to do. So, we're glad you're here. I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad Tanya's pretty much here. But I was trying to get stuff ready for, we're having company this weekend, and some of them are coming in tonight, and I didn't find that out until yesterday. I thought they were coming Friday, and the other ones are coming Saturday. So, so I had to do stuff I didn't plan to do. Hi, Sharon. It's good to see you. We're going to be playing on the Gelli Plate today. And I just realized I don't even have my, one of the things we were going to do is see how it works to Gelli Plate, not using wallpaper as a texture, but actually jelly printing onto the wallpaper. That's one of the things we're going to try today. And so, well, I'm glad you're glad. It's, I need some playtime because lately it feels like everything's just at my house. So I'm glad to have some playtime. I'm going to, as soon as Tanya gets back, I will go ahead and find she wants to show a couple of things.
It's all down, yeah.
And while,
as soon as I cut that branch, it started coming down.
He must have fallen. Goodness gracious. I don't know if he knows that we can hear. Anyway, we're going to start Gelli Plating in just a few minutes. So I'm going to find my little wallpapers. I don't even have any paint out.
All right.
Nothing. We're just behind. We should have started at 2.
Oh, I can't
Is he okay?
I'll be there just a minute.
That's fine.
Hi,
Hi, Fran. We're glad you're here.
Okay, I'm coming.
Is he okay? Is he okay?
Yes, he's fine. He has road rash down the back of his head and his neck and down his shoulder. Road rash from a tree limb.
Oh, so, good grief.
I'll show you what he was doing. Just a minute. I got a picture on my phone. I just posted it a little bit ago.
All right. Well, I made you big because I knew you were going to show some other stuff too. So.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, come on. Let's go back to where. There it is. Come on. Do you see this big limb?
Yeah.
It came down the other day. We had a little tiny rain. Sorry for the glare. It was hanging in the tree, and it missed the truck, which normally parks right there, and it missed our little garage, which is the old garage. And well, he said he pulled it. I heard the chainsaw. He was working with the chainsaw. He said it caught him with that crook right there.
Oh,
When it
goodness
come down.
gracious.
I had asked him if he was going to tie it to the Jeep and pull it down with the Jeep. He said, no, I'm just going to pull it down. So now the deal is, he's back outside already.
Well, it could have been way worse. At least it wasn't worse than that, but still.
Yeah. Deborah, that's what we call a widowmaker. Yes. And there's several of them back there. We've had a bunch of them cut out. That one was so green, you'd have never realized that it was going to ever come down the way it came down in the minor rain that we had.
Hi, Journey. We're glad you're here.
The problem is that when I saw the road rash, that wasn't the thing. I just would have, slapped a paper towel over it and duct taped it to him. But he has one pretty good sized gouge that was bleeding pretty good. And of course, he's on blood thinners, so he bleeds like you wouldn't believe. And so I needed to see how deep it was really what the deal was. He is fine. But, it just never fails. Lisa, the other day we were talking about a book because I wanted a piece that was dark. Look at this.
Right. Oh, that's lovely.
It took 3 trips up and down the ladder to find it. And then, of course, I had to look it up online to see what it was worth. But I'm going to tear it up. I don't care.
What's the cover look like?
The cover is beautiful. It's green. That's why I actually grabbed it when I bought it.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that pretty?
Yes. I love it.
It's just so distressed and everything. This particular cover, I won't do anything with. I'm just going to put a journal in it. The paper, this is so brittle that there is no way you could do anything but what I'm doing with it. It just folding it cracks it. So
yeah, but it's going to have a new life. 2 new lives.
2 new lives.
The cover will have a new life, and the paper will have a new life. So that's good.
Yeah,
we're saving it.
Yeah, we're gonna save its little life. I thought about reading it, but I got about 1 chapter into it and decided it wasn't what I really wanted to read. Okay, this is a tease. I'm going to tease you with this. This is our worker bee project that Lisa and Janet and Teresa sent me parts and pieces for. I worked yesterday and accomplished it. It's nice and chunky. It has a wonderful sound to it. And there will be videos coming. This is headed to Care for the Defy auction. So watch for future videos. That's what I
can't wait to see. I love it already.
It's pretty inside. And Lisa did a whole bunch of her pretty paper. Janet and Teresa sent me parts and pieces to go in it. So, and I used a special new rope.
Cool.
Okay.
Love it.
Okay, you can go and make me little again. Oh, I have one more thing to show you.
Well, I was going to say, you said you had a couple of things.
Well, the book was one. Look at this pattern tissue. Look what color it is. It's white.
Very cool.
I thought I'm going to try jelly printing on a piece of it today.
That sounds great.
So that was it.
Well,
that was all.
Tanya, we've got Barbara and Deborah and Sharon and Fran and Journey in here so far. So we're glad you're all here.
We're glad you're all here.
If there's somebody else that I missed you, I'm sorry.
And
say something so I can find you. And Jean. Hi, Jean.
Is it Jean or Jeannie?
I was just fixing to ask that. That's a good question. Tell us. Are you Jean or Jeannie? Because we want to say it right if we can.
Yeah, if we can remember. And we're sorry we're late, but you can put us side by side now because I'm done showing anything.
Okay.
I'm just going to get out my plate. I didn't have my plate out. I was running I was running late too. I didn't do not follow GPS in this town. Hello, Kendra. I'm so
Hi,
glad you
Lori.
popped in.
We're glad both of you are here.
Yes,
We're
hi,
we're
Lori.
glad you're getting some therapy, Kendra, and we absolutely understand that you can. We're happy you're willing to lurk during that.
Yeah, that's right. No, I had to go. I had to go meet somebody and pick up some stuff, and my GPS took me on an adventure ride.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I should have known better than to turn where it told me to turn. I knew about where she lived, but I turned the
Yeah.
GPS on because I was, going to have to hurry. And it took me to Never Never Land. And the, the road that it turned on used to go across the expressway, but it doesn't anymore. Hasn't for probably 20 years. Why it's not fixed, I don't know. But anyhow.
They need to update for sure.
Well, and then the person whose house I was headed to pick this stuff up, told me she lived by Sam's Club. that was, not really where she lived. Okay, I could have gotten there 5 times faster going the other direction. So, I know Barbara. Hi, Freedom. We're glad you're here. Do you know Lisa? Do you see Freedom?
I see.
I'm just wondering. Do you know her name?
No, I think you're new to us. If you would tell us your given name or make up one, whatever you want us to call you, besides Freedom, we'll call you something like Barbara or Lori or Journey. But if you want to be called Freedom, we'll call you that too.
That's right.
Just let us know. Because we make a list and we'll write down your name. Hi, Judy.
Hi, Judy. Okay, Journey, here's the deal. This thing, the biggest thing you have to, there's only one worry. Don't poke it. That's the only worry I know of, right, Lisa?
Yeah,
and don't
heat it and don't poke it.
Yeah, don't heat it and don't poke it. Other than
you can clean it with alcohol, like wipes, or you can clean it with baby wipes, or you can clean it with hand sanitizer. So you don't have to be afraid or you can clean it with warm water, or you can do like we do and don't clean it at all, hardly.
That's like I don't ever clean mine. I basically don't clean mine unless sometimes around the edges I get enough goo that I take some double stick tape to it and pull it off with double stick tape. Other than that, Fran has purple ears. Oh, dear.
Angie. Freedom Deep is Angie. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm going to write it down.
Okay.
And I didn't see it where if Jean told us if she was Jean or Jeannie, but anyway.
And I didn't either because I don't have my glasses on. But Journey, I'll go slow and I kind of give you a rundown of what's going on.
Hi, Nashwa.
Oh,
well, we're glad you're here, Angie.
Okay. I might not need my glasses today. Well, since he did that laser stuff on my eyes,
it's pronounced like Jean.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's what we just don't want to mess it up. We try anyhow. I won't promise. Look at this pretty leaf. Okay. Oh, it's not quite dry. I'll have to put it aside. Barbara sent me some beautiful, beautiful leaves, which I have right over here. But they're a little fragile. So I was a little afraid that when I start painting that they're going to tear. So I took one and I Mod Podged it.
I wish I had thought to do that.
And I don't know if that's I don't know what that's going to do. but I thought I would try it, and I Mod Podged it with my finger. And Mod Podge, I just put it all on there, and then I put it on this piece of, they're very purple ears. Fran, are you all right? Are we enabling Jean? Well, that's good.
We like to do that.
Jean, I guess it's a little messy. I mean, I get it on my hands, but I don't find it that messy. Now, I'm going to work on some wallpaper today, so this might not be the best stuff to start with. Copy paper works really, really well, just so you know.
Yes, or deli paper.
Or deli paper. Copy paper, deli paper, something that's cheap works really well.
Well, I was planning to use these today, but looking at them, I can see you're right. I mean, they're...
Well, Lisa,
yeah, I'm afraid
I'm going to try. I did not do these because I didn't know what would happen.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to try because the paint will also preserve them.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I'm going to go ahead and try with this one, but I'm not going to, I'm only going to use it unless it works really well and it preserves it. And I'll save the other ones to put in my leaf journal. So.
And I have this one that it had a little accident, so it'll be fine to use that one. He's done my hair and it seems my ears. Oh. Judy, I don't like I don't know about clear gesso. I have never tried clear gesso. I don't like matte medium or anything like that. I use a mixture of Mod Podge and glue for everything. So now then, just for instruction's sake, we don't want a ton. Now, you have to understand, this is dirt. This is actual paint from last time. So it's going to get picked up. We just put a little paint out here and there, Journey. And I try to pick things that aren't going to get totally ugly when they roll together, because it doesn't mix together a lot, but it does mix together some. And then, and you notice that's not a ton of paint. And then I take my brayer and I just brayer it all over.
I was able to find a couple of more colors
of the paint.
I found the light green and the violet, and what was the other one? Vermilion.
You got quite a few.
Which is basically a dark orange, and then the yellow oxide.
Excuse me just a minute. Journey, you don't want to leave the paint all over your roller, so I have a stack of paper over to my right, over there, that is to roll off my brayer on. Now, I am just going to pull this, just so you can see that what happens when you pull. Well, we'll hope, because I don't know. This wallpaper that I'm playing with today, and this is an experiment because I wanted to see what would happen with the wallpaper, is kind of like, what do you call that?
Textured?
Vinyl, and it's also
vinyl.
textured.
Okay.
Vinyl. And so it doesn't look like it's going to pick the paint up, Lisa.
Well, of course, I just used my finger and rubbed some on there, the pieces I had, and they seemed to, and they held on to it really well. But you may just try doing more paint and see if it just needs more.
Yeah, I will. I'm going to have to lay these down, though. The other thing is what kind of paper that I have, because this is like a real smooth piece. Let's see what happens with it. Just because I want to see. Yeah, see, and it's gotten kind of dry, but it did pick it up. It's just that it doesn't pick it up real well to start with.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna try some of these little bits from this little book I took apart and see
Okay.
what happens.
Huge amounts of purple. Fran, oh dear. The paint, Barbara says the paint will strengthen it like the Mod Podge will. And I agree with you, Barbara. That's kind of how I felt. I just wanted to.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
my only worry is trying to pick it up.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
If I'll damage it trying to pick it up.
Okay, so that is just there, but there's not enough paint. I'm going to go for a lot of paint and see what happens.
What I've got are these little bitty ones. They actually have texture. They're like, they have fibers actually in them. I don't know how they're going to work, but I've got a bunch of them, and I'm just going to lay some of them down and see, and then I'm going to try some a different kind that has a different kind of texture. I can try several at once since
yeah, since they're little.
Yeah.
And Journey, if I had used a piece of copy paper, that all would have come right up. And I think it's just, in a lot of respects, it's the texture that's on that paper. So I'm going to try. This is kind of a satiny piece. We're going to just try it and see what happens. Okay, and then I'm going to just pick up. And this is already dry. This is that I printed a minute ago. And I'm just going to use it to pick up any extra that might happen along. And part of what's happening here is the texture on the wallpaper is, it's only picking up on the top surface. So that may be where I come into issue.
All right.
Barbara's gone out cutting, and see, this piece is less textured, so it picked up more paint.
Yeah. These, I have a couple of different textures here. You can really see them once the paint's on there. You can see the texture.
Yeah, but it's not picking up a lot off of my plate.
No, not like we would hope. Well, that's doing pretty good.
I wonder how wet this is still.
But they're also leaving texture behind.
Yes, which is really cool.
That looks pretty good.
Oh, that one's pretty.
Let's see.
Oh, Fran, I don't know. Oh, Cheryl's here. Hello.
Hi, Cheryl. One thing, I think it will take longer for it to dry.
Well, I thought that too, but the one I laid down there did not. Now, see, this is a smooth piece of wallpaper, and it picked it up just pretty much like normal.
Yeah.
So, it all depends on, I think it's picking up the texture. Now, what might happen is that it will pick up different. This one is very grungy.
I'm just going to put this down and see what the wallpaper leaves behind texture-wise.
Mm-hmm. I really like what happens on the smooth wallpaper. And of course,
well, it definitely leaves even that little bit leaves texture behind, especially, I don't know if you can see it, the lines on that one.
Yep, I see it. Okay, where do I got this? Okay, I know what I can get out.
Ooh, well, mine are definitely still wet.
Uh-oh.
I rubbed it right off.
You rubbed it right off? Uh-oh.
Yeah, all of mine are staying wet.
Well, this one dried really fast. Now, okay, which paint did you use, Lisa?
I'm using this.
And see, I'm using regular craft paint today.
Okay, well, I'm going to switch.
I think it will dry a little faster.
I'm going to switch. I just had these all in one bucket together and thought, oh, that would be so handy. All right, let's lay these out here and let them kind of dry.
Okay, so I've got a piece of deli paper right here. I am going to put some paint on there and pull it up with deli paper. And what color shall we use? I think we shall use, over here I have some really light turquoise. Joyce, hello Joyce. Oh, she's hiding her eyes. Still no Gelli Plate.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this one is one of those ones that needs to get some water put in it and used up. Okay.
I'm going to move these and put them somewhere else.
Okay.
Wow. So now my brain's like, I don't want to think about it, but now I have to think about it.
Oh, Barbara encountered the mail and Fran sent her something. So
Oh, cool.
But that was okay. So I am just, doing like I normally do, Journey. I just keep adding layers. A lot of times now today, because I'm playing on this wallpaper, I haven't done any subtracting yet. I'm still just playing. Okay. But we're just going to put this piece of deli paper down. See what kind of cool stuff it's going to bring up. I have another piece of deli paper right here. Oh, I was going to try that tissue paper too. So. Now, as far as messy goes, it gets all over my hands because I don't try to keep myself clean. I just, do what I want to do. Okay. And
well, I try to keep myself sort of clean and it still gets all over me. So.
Oh yeah. That's just the way it is. Oh, now that is one wonderful piece of grungy. It took clear off to the purple layer that was laying there from last time.
All right.
Look at this piece of paper. That is yummy. Okay, so you see the difference in what happens with wallpaper and what's happening with this deli paper. And deli paper and copy paper are the same. The deli paper was just close at hand. Okay. We're gonna try some more on these two clips.
Oh, good grief.
What?
Well, I put it down where I didn't want to put it down, so I picked it up, and it immediately, of course, it picked up stuff. So,
Yep. Okay, so the other day I showed you this new tool that I have for my Gelli Plate, and I'm going to use it now. I am.
This is just copy paper that I'm using here.
Yeah. And depending upon how this 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 wallpaper goes, I may change to copy paper because I'm not liking what's going on with the wallpaper. It's not bad if it's smooth, but it's not.
I don't have any smooth out here, so I'm just going to do a few layers on the other ones that I've got and on this right here. And I'm going to play with those a little bit, and then I'll switch to something else if
it's not working, yeah.
Yeah, and probably even if it does work. But
well, I really wanted to see what it would do, and so, okay, so I have a nice gooey layer on there, and I always roll off my brayer just to keep it from getting too grungy.
Yeah, I do. You always have some paper right over here beside me.
Yep. And now I'm going to use my tool. And I kind of like what it's doing on this piece of wallpaper I got over beside me. I'll show it to you after I pull a print.
Alrighty.
Okay. Now we're going to try that on this piece that already has some stuff. And we're just going to put down half of it. And on this piece that didn't work so well. And on this piece of deli paper. And see up here, that's why my fingers get dirty. Right there.
Yeah.
It's because I rub my hands away because I didn't cover it up. Now, what I can do is take my piece of deli paper, which that's the print, and I can, where it didn't print before on this spot, I can lay that up there and go and pick up color.
Oh, I forgot I was going to try doing it on the back.
Oh, yeah, well.
So I'm going to do that too.
I'm sure on the back it'll print real well. Now see, this is just not, it's not picking it up in the dips, which is okay because, you know, there's other options for the dips. Or not, or don't do anything to it. And see, this was more smooth and it picked up. And this one is where I did polka dots off. It printed real well, Lisa.
Yeah, it did. That's good. Well, and like I said, rubbing the paint on it, it painted well doing that. So it might be something that we just need to put paint on instead of trying to pull paint up with it.
Well, the other thing is we might need to put some paint on it first, and then try Gelli plating. So let's see what happens with picking this wet section up.
Well, there's one on the back.
Oh, that's cool. Hi, Patricia.
And there's one on the front.
Hi, Sherry.
There's not that much difference, really.
No.
The texture of the paper just makes you not see it as much.
Yeah.
But you do need to use more paint.
Oh, Jean's just what? Yes, you do. It's okay. Now this piece had some paint on it, and because it had some paint on it, it picked up the gel.
Oh yeah,
pretty well. Now the other thing is that this is a smoother piece of paper.
Yeah.
So I think it has to do with the fact that, but I kind of like this one. This is kind of cool in the fact that.
Well, this shows how much coverage on that one from.
Yeah.
Because it was only half on the plate. But so I think it picks it up, but it's still taking more time to dry than.
Yes,
than paper does.
And I think that that's, well, and we're putting on thicker paper or thicker paper.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's another part of it.
Because we kind of have to if we wanted to pick it up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So. And
okay,
see, this is kind of cool where you paint, this is just where I rubbed my brayer off.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of cool. Now the thing of it is this has got some gorgeous stuff on it, and if it doesn't come up the way the top layer has been coming up. Have you noticed that, Lisa?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
The underneath layers are not coming up, girls. This is not a normal. Okay.
So if you want to experiment with wallpaper, great. But if you're wanting to make prints you're happy with the first time, you probably ought to start with something else.
Yeah, I would definitely start with something else because other things make prettier prints.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to put this back over there. I'm going to use my tool again. I love circles, guys, just so you know. And what I'm doing is I'm putting it down on here, and then off to my right, I'm pushing it down on my paper like a stamp. So I'm making a polka dotted piece of paper. Okay, I want a piece of dye paper. I want to try this. I want to just flat out try this. Ooh, I should have gotten it out before now. Oh, Hannah's going to be all upset with me. I just tore up a sleeve.
I won't tell her.
Okay.
I won't tell her. She's so funny. Her and her sleeves. She's trying to figure out how to make a sleeve that she's gonna love. So she's looking at all her clothes, and she's
Well,
so, like, well, you're gonna have to take, if you find one that fits you perfect, you're gonna have to take it apart.
so
that you can use it for a pattern. So it better not be one that you really love that fits you like you like.
Okay, now that is just absolutely yummy. It's got some veins in it where it folded.
Yeah. Is that deli paper?
Nope. That's that piece of pattern paper.
The pattern paper. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, and it's going to collage like deli paper because that's what it feels like.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It should. I mean, when you put it down with inks on it, it works well. So it should work. Should work really well. And I have like a million patterns. No white, but.
Well, yeah, but I think the rusts and reds and things like that would show up beautifully on. Okay, and this one needs something to make it happy, so I'm going to do something to make that happy. I don't know what. Let's see. Maybe I will try my fancy piece of wallpaper. Now, this is a piece of textured wallpaper, guys, that I am going to use specifically to pull the pattern off of there. So, let's see, what do I want on there? Probably yellow and orange, maybe.
Okay, well, these are dry now, some of them, so that's good. I can try for a second layer and see what happens.
Jean, that was a quick sew pattern, and it's they used to be, quick sew used to make patterns on like white, nice white heavy paper, and you actually copied or drew off your pattern, and oh, yuck. I got yuck on my roller. That happens, guys. It came out of the paint bottle. This is another reason that I get paint on my fingers. And Journey, I tend to use 2 colors on my plate at the same time. I just do. It's just one of those weird idiosyncrasies that I have. I like to do that. It's just how I do it. It has nothing to do with what you need to do or anything else. Okay. So I'm going to put that right there. And this is, like I said, just a piece of textured wallpaper. And it just leaves a really pretty design. The other thing is that other wallpaper is not, because it doesn't pick up when I print off. Normally this piece of textured wallpaper would have made something really pretty where I printed it. Okay, we're going to just put this whole thing on there, see what happens. And I have a little piece of this back here that was a lot of slicky paint. Oh, dear. Okay. See, and that just didn't hardly pick up at all. I'm not real happy with painting on the wallpaper. I don't know that that's going to happen. It might work if you actually just painted on it, but now this piece is cool and I like it, but it's not, design-wise, it's not all that fun. Oh, Lisa used her trowel tool, I bet. I bet. Okay. I'm thinking that may be the end of that experiment. It's just not very much fun. I think we will go get some other papers because I can pass on that. Don't know about Lisa. But I have enough other paper to paint on to last 3 lifetimes, so not a big deal. Okay. And Lisa, you're still muted, just so you know. Hi, Deborah.
Thanks. I forgot.
Okay. Deborah has a Gelli Plate and hasn't used it yet, too. So, you know.
Y'all need to get busy.
Yeah. Okay. Now, one of the things that I really like to do is I like base layers on some of my papers. So, and I have shown y'all this before. This is just watered down. Like when my bottle runs out of paint, I put water in it and I just dump it on copy paper. This is just legal copy paper. And it gives me a base layer so that when I start picking stuff up, I have something already there. Just lost my headset. There we go.
Uh-oh.
So it's just one of those things I like to do. Trying to finish a junk journal and sewing masks. Aha. Okay, those are my glasses. Let's put them up here. Okay, we are going to, now that we've skipped past the stage of I'm not happy with the wallpaper thing.
That one's pretty cool.
Oh, that is pretty cool.
But I'm mostly putting it on here to, at this point, to leave some lines on my...
I was going to say, all of them leave a texture. Every last one of them, even though they're very minor textured, all of those textured ones. Now, this one is this is called a paintable wallpaper, and it has raised texture. And I have several of these that I use to Gelli Plate with. Hi, Janice.
Hi, Janice.
And I think in all the craziness,
Hi, Deborah. We're glad you're here.
To turn the air conditioner down. Okay, I'm going to attempt it. I'm going to put a little red on here. Well,
I'm letting mine dry a minute before I attempt anything else.
Well, I'm gonna try my leaves. Barbara,
Okay.
how are your leaves doing? She's was gonna Gelli Plate today.
Oh, cool.
Okay, I'm gonna just.
What is that light color?
It's a tan, and it is called. I can't read it because my glasses. I put my glasses up. Can you read it?
Light mocha,
Something,
I think.
Light mocha. Okay, it's like a light tan.
Yeah, it looks flesh colored.
Yes,
or what is called flesh colored.
Yeah. I picked those up when I was painting faces with Mary, and that just kind of went. I just kind of stopped doing that. I didn't get very far with that. Okay, we're gonna see how it goes.
I didn't either, mostly because my faces were so discouraging. I loved watching Mary paint hers, but mine were discouraging, so I just quit.
Well, we're going to have a piece of paper that we can put over our hand. I really need them both because I need to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And I may have let it get too dry too fast, so.
Oh, she's printing with fresh leaves.
Yes.
That's easier, I'm pretty sure. Because I've done it with fresh leaves. It works really well.
Yeah, it works really well with fresh leaves. I mean, I've done that too, and it. And I did fern leaves, which are really pretty. Now, it did pick up a little bit and make some pretties where I picked it up. But let's see what it did. Well, seeing what it does is it leaves a...
It works good as a mask.
A mask, which is pretty cool. Let's see how much damage I do to them. Well, I didn't. They're all right.
Well, that's good. Yay.
Yeah.
I bet that'll look pretty if you let it sit and then put another layer on top of it.
That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to go speak at my husband who just came through the door. I just want to check on him, okay?
Okay.
You all right? Okay.
Hi, Holly. It's good to see you. This is a gift bag, an embossed gift bag. And I may not have put enough paint on here for this to even work, but.
I'll just cut this around.
Oh, it looks like it did.
Get done.
It looks like it did.
That way you won't have to have a Band-Aid over it or anything.
Okay, so now let's
Okay, put your towel on the chair. Thank you. Okay. He's good. He just,
Good.
well, I know that when he showers, that's going to open back up.
Yeah.
So you know what's going to happen then. And I don't want him to sit in his chair.
Right. Absolutely.
So there had to be towels and rags and stuff like that found. And, you know, Mama does those things best. Hi, Holly. Oh, that one's pretty.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
Considering
see.
how thin the paint layer was, I'm surprised I even got that good. So I'm happy.
Okay, Journey. So what I did is I used the leaves. I made a mask. There's texture. Let's see if you can see it. See the texture, the print sort of the leaf. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put paint over the top of that, and I'm going to pull it up. Okay, let's find something I really think will be pretty behind it. So it'll be very contrasty. Yep, that's what we're going to do right there. Maybe some. What? I'm thinking copper. Maybe some copper.
Well, you cannot go wrong with copper.
There you go. Gelling like Barbara's gelling like crazy. Okay, so that's dry. Now I'm going to put wet paint over it. And I usually do my whole plate, but I'm just not going to this particular time. I'm just going to do one piece just so y'all can see it. What?
I just knocked a bunch of paint off in the floor.
Uh-huh. Okay, and then I'm actually going to use this piece of paper that's got turquoise and lime green on it. So that's what's going to be under the copper. And like I said, this is just legal size copy paper that I've already got some paint on. I just like underlaying paint. Not a big deal. Okay. Oh, the copper might have been too strong. I don't know. It doesn't really show. It's pretty, but it doesn't show the leaves the way I had hoped. Well, it does right here. This one right here is pretty good. I probably needed more of a contrast of colors, so we'll try it again.
I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to paint something behind it and try to pick it up.
Okay. Another thing is, Journey is, or anybody who's not done this. Hi, Sherry. Lisa and I both use craft paint. Now, I really like that new craft paint from the Dollar Tree when you're using copy paper. It holds moisture for a while. It also dries fast, so you can go in and do more layers, more and more layers quickly, rather than waiting and waiting and waiting to do more layers.
Hi, Sherry. I'm glad you're here.
Whew. Okay, so I'm going to just put this down, this down. I'm just rubbing it so that I can, I'm just using it sort of like, I'm trying to get the design actually on the Gelli Plate. I'm not worrying about it too much on my piece of paper, if that makes sense, guys. So I'm just using a piece of paper to protect my hand while I rub it. But, you know, it adds color to this piece of paper, too. And that one's kind of wet, so. And I don't necessarily consider a jelly print that I make, like, done. I often think they need layers added to them.
Yeah, I agree.
So my leaves are doing okay. And I have this to get dry. Now, this is one of those don't do it, Journey. Don't dry it with a heat tool. No heat.
Just do this. I don't know if it really helps, but it makes you feel like you're doing something.
Oh, well, I know.
I got this one little spot right there and one right there that's still wet. Patience is a virtue.
Yes, that yellow paint was very wet and sticky. And what I'm going to do this time is do a more dramatic contrast so that when I pick it up, it should be good. And I might use a piece of plain white paper just so y'all can see.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty on.
Mm-hmm. Has anyone discovered
what contrast are you going to use?
I don't know yet. Target's Kids Made Modern Shimmer Shine Paints. 8 little bottles for about $8. They have a brown metallic in there. Ooh, that sounds fun, Barbara. No, because I haven't been to Target in probably 6 months or longer.
Yeah. I'll look for it next time I'm in there, but I don't go there very often.
Me either. It's not one of those places that I go. I don't know. You think I should do a dark green, or
I think that would be gorgeous. But
oh, I don't have
because your leaves are yellow, you know, it makes you think of fall.
Right.
Of course, the red would be pretty back there.
Yeah, and the red I have though is not. I wonder if I used that tube, how dark it is. Most of for some reason, the reds I have are not very dark. What is this color? Oh, you know what I do have that's dark red?
What?
Those, well, I haven't busted out those new paints I got because I have those paints, those Dollar Tree paints. They're in a box over here, and I think there's a really dark red one. Well, it's called Scarlet, but I think there's also a rust color. Let's.
Yeah, there's a
red oxide.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. There's an oxide color.
Yeah, let's try red oxide.
I think that would probably be really pretty.
Okay, so red oxide rather than green. I think so too, because I think it will be prettier. It's almost a brown.
Yeah.
Okay, that means I have to open this silly bottle. Are we dry yet? No, we're not dry yet. You really have to, if you're doing this technique, you really have to let it get dry.
And then be careful not to put too much paint on top of it.
That's right. you want it just a little bit of paint. Okay. These paints
I've
are
heard several
sealed.
people say if you can see the print underneath your layer of paint, kind of like this, that it's probably good. So we're going to hope that it is.
Well, that bottle wasn't sealed very well, but it's got a seal on top of it.
Yeah. One of mine that I got was like that, and it was oozing out all over the place.
Ooh.
But then I had a hard time getting that seal off of it, like it glued it in place.
Well, that one came right out, so not a big deal.
Good.
Okay. I still have wet right there. I put down an awful lot of paint when I did that yellow. Patience, patience. Okay, let's have a piece of paper here. I need to make it small. I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus. Yeah, Joyce. I get to kiss Santa Claus every day. Isn't that fun? Would you turn the air conditioner down 1 degree? I forgot, and it's warm out here. Ooh, let me see. Let me see. I didn't see. I didn't see. Ah. Oh. Now, was that a piece of wallpaper, Lisa? I can't hear you because you. Okay, she's coughing, guys. Give her a minute. I don't usually use really lot of paint. I like a thin layer of paint. It just seems like I get cooler designs with thin layers of paint. So we're going to go for a thin layer on this, and I think there's my, since I don't have any copy paper that's not printed, we're going to go for a piece of this, which is Gelli paper. And this paint from Dollar Tree, it is more liquid than the other craft paints out there. So you have to kind of think about that when you go to be putting it out. It's you don't need as much of it. It's a little thinner. It's almost like they put matte medium in regular paint, but I really like it. Oh, that didn't go down right. Oh, well, it's going to have a crease in the middle of it, guys. I thought it was really pretty, too. And I like to pick up the little pieces of and do, you know, little blocks of color.
Sorry about that.
Copper adhesive foil in an embossing folder. I have not.
I've used the aluminum adhesive foil. Well, I'm not sure if I did the copper or not. Let me find my thing in where I did it, and I will see.
Okay, this is pretty, but there again, it's not very dramatic. So you can see the leaves. But it just, you know, it's just not making me super excited by what it's giving me. So
Fran, I can't find it now, but one thing I learned is that you need to go ahead and put it on the paper that you're going to be putting it on before you emboss it. Because if you emboss it like it is, then when you take the tape off, it removes some of that embossing when you're trying to lay it down. But I did do the aluminum, and it worked great, and I'm sure the copper would too.
Mhm.
I'm just not sure. My copper is really thin, so I'm not sure if I embossed it or not. But I can't find the book, so I can't show you. And I put alcohol inks over the embossing, which was really fun. Okay, now I gotta try to dig out those bottles of paint that fell off.
Okay, I'm going to do some playing with my scrapey tool. Let's see. Okay, I think some pretty blue.
Well, one thing about that print, it pretty much cleaned off my plate.
Yeah. And was that thank you, Cheryl.
That leafy print on it was the wallpaper that Lisa Jameson sent us.
Yes, and mine is still in a giant piece, and I haven't pulled it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
My other one's still in a giant piece, but that one I did because I wanted to use it in my leaf journal.
Okay, did I get... Oh, I might be in trouble.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I couldn't get that bottle open, so I used the edge of my table. Which means that there's a drop. There's a drop on the floor.
Uh-oh. Clean it up. Clean it up.
Yes, because, you know, he might die from having a tree fall on him, but he'll kill me first. Now, he knew that glass would get all over the floor, but he didn't intend for me to get paint all over it.
Yeah. Oh, maybe I did. I did cut that one and use it. I forgot.
Okay, well, I guess I got a couple of bottles that are about done today. Let's put them over there because I keep coming up against them. I don't like that. It's a pain.
Okay.
Well, this one.
I'm having trouble being inspired by colors.
Yeah, that part of it was the wallpaper. I really had in my head what was going to happen with that wallpaper, and it didn't. So
yeah, it kind of just messes up your whole train of thinking.
Right. So what I usually do, guys, when that happens, and I'm like not getting prints I like, I break out my favorite tools. And I start playing with them, and then I go back to experimenting again. This is one of my favorite tools. And I can make cool prints no matter, it seems like whatever I do with it, it's just always cool. Just always. Just.
Oh, good grief.
See, and the more layers you get, the cooler it gets.
More layers equals more fun.
That's right. This piece I gotta pick up because it needs something on top of it. It just does. See, it's just a little boring. Needs some more layers. And see? Now, that's not necessarily done, but it's pretty cool.
You're welcome, Fran. I think you're going to enjoy it.
Okay. We're going to... I want to try a different piece of wallpaper I got out. Where did it go? I know it's in here. I got it out specifically. Yeah, it's got little tiny bubbles on it. I never used it. It's got like chicken pox on it.
Okay.
Well, isn't that what it looks like to you?
Yep.
Chicken pox it is. And the other thing is switch back to colors you like. Go to your favorite colors if it's not, if stuff's not working. Find something that does.
But the key thing is just to keep on playing.
That's right. That's absolutely right. Because guaranteed. Okay, so if I've got prints over there on the floor, thank you, Journey. If I've got prints over there on the floor that I don't like when I get done here, I have a big box that sits right there that has partially painted papers in it. It's got book pages, and boy, did I get out a lot of paint. What am I doing today here? Okay. And if you get, I don't think you can see it. See that right there? Where it skipped? That's a goober. It's a goober, Journey, that came out of my paint bottle and got on my roller.
Got to get rid of those.
Yep, you get rid of those just as quickly as you can.
They will make you unhappy.
Right. And then you roll your roller off. And then I'm going to... What's the matter?
Oh, my paints keep falling over.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you what. Yesterday, I started off with a clean desk. Okay. And the desk was clean. I mean, it was, I had cleaned it up. It didn't have stuffs everywhere. Right? Okay, by the time I finished yesterday evening, and it was well after dinner when I finally finished that journal up, I was down to about 8 inches of space on this table. I didn't have any room left. It was, so congested in here. It just was like, so, it was just making me crazy. I'm like, dang, what in the world is going on here?
Oh, Fran, I want to see that. You have to post pictures or
Yeah,
something.
you will. Please post pictures because I want to see it too. Okay. Now then, this is my piece of funky paper that had polka dots. This was a piece that I had painted like 3 or 4 times, and it just needed something else. And look at where I stamped off my paper. It gave me these little circles. Isn't that cool?
It is. I love it.
Now let's see what happened. Okay, and this one is just got stuffs on it. Not so good. Oh, this one's way better because it didn't have so much underneath it. But it had paint and stuff underneath it. That's why I like to start with papers.
Yeah.
It's still not done, guys. I will probably do something else to it, but.
And these roll-off papers make a good starting place.
Yes, and I always roll off to my right, and then when it gets kind of full, I just sort of. That's what this was. It just was not the best color to have stuck that on. So, I'll roll off again. I'm trying to use a bunch of different tools just so you can see. This is, and I made these. I've got a couple out here. This is a straight line one. This is a circle one. This is one of my favorites. It is corrugated cardboard, 2 layers of corrugated cardboard. Lisa's drying method, yes. Going,
Well, I'm doing that as quietly as possible too. As much as I can do without getting my head in the camera.
Okay. Let's see here. Dang, 1 degree is not going to work today. It's hot in here.
Well, go turn it down another degree.
No, wait. He'll come and ask me probably if I want some tea once he's, cleaned up and showered, and before he sits down. He usually, he's my tea fairy, so he usually comes and asks if I want tea before he sits down.
Right.
Now, I may be wrong. He may be asleep in the chair already.
Well, it'd be hard to blame him.
That's right. I would, because he finished up my my box this morning.
Your garden box?
Yep. He finished.
Has he filled it with dirt yet, or just built it?
Oh no, he just built it.
Okay.
The tree he's taking down will go in the bottom. We will put big pieces of tree. See here, he's coming now, I think. We'll see if he comes in here.
Oh no, Journey. She says, don't use handmade paper. My pulp fuzz is all over the jelly plate after I pulled it up. Yeah. You can take that off with a baby wipe if you want to, Journey, but you can also just put paint on it and pick it up with your next prints.
Yeah, and it will come up. It just and different papers will do that. So it's one of those things that does happen. Okay, this is where I printed off.
Ooh.
Yeah, I like that. But I'm going to add another. This one's too small. I'm going to add another circle because I want a little bit more. Jeff Hun, before you sit down, did you turn the air conditioner down? Well, I guess will you give me another degree? Please. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. Okay, so the single circles just wasn't quite enough. So now I'm going to take this already little bit of lime green and turquoise. And I think we'll see what happens with this one. Thank you. I think we almost got to clear.
Caught him just in time.
Yeah. Because I have a feeling he's going to take a nap. It is so sticky outside.
Another fun thing to do is to use, if you've got edge paint, is to use another paper, wipe off paper or something, and just pull up that edge paint onto whatever else you've got going on.
Right, because the edge paint is really cool, grungy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this piece, even though it's not perfect or anything. I like it already. So, all right, let's see what happened. Ooh, over the lime green and turquoise is really pretty.
I put a purple behind this barn red.
Oh, that's pretty.
It looks good, doesn't it? And then it's pulled up a little bit of stuff that was still on the plate. The green stuff and the, is stuff that was on the plate already, which makes it look older. I like the look of this. It reminds me of those old tinfoil ceilings.
Yep, it does.
I guess they're not foil. They're just tin. But anyway.
And I agree with Joyce, Journey. Keep pulling, because having that grunge on your piece of paper would be cool.
Okay.
I'm gonna make more I tried to keep myself neat, and that's not happening.
Yep. Just not happening.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Oh, that one's not open. Let's just do this one. And there are ways that you can brayer your paint in where it turns out like an ombre effect. It's just, there are so many things that you can do with this silly plate. It's just amazing to me. We're going to make some more chicken pox because I kind of like those.
You like your chicken pox?
Yeah, I kind of I like them more as a print than on the plate, but I really like them on the as a print. They're really cool. For some reason, they print off as little round O's. Oh, I just slid that all over. That was not good. Okay. See? We'll just add one more layer. Just add another layer. Oops, upside down. Not good.
Yes, the brayers are pricey. I got lucky and was given this one. One of the elementary schools was getting rid of a lot of their art stuff, and I got 5 of these free.
Huh.
I gave 3 of them to other people and kept 2. But and that was Ethan was like 10 when I got this, so it's 11 years old. And who knows how old it was before they decided to get rid of it. So it's probably 20 years old.
When we went to talk to, we went to see Jeff's cousin. Oh, it's been a while. We needed to take her some stuff, and so we went out to her house to see her. She said that the school system has an auction every year, or they sell like discontinued school supply stuff, and because she said one year they got rid of all of their dyes, like for our die cutting machines.
Oh,
And
hi, Becky. Hi, Janet. We're glad y'all are here.
Hi, guys. Isn't this the prettiest piece of grunge right there? Just right there.
Just right there, that little spot.
That little spot. Yes, that little spot. I love printing on that pattern paper.
Well, I have to qualify what I said. They were giving that stuff away to the art teachers if they wanted to take it home. Or other art teachers could come in, and because I taught a homeschool art class, they let me come in and get it. So
that's right. Mm-hmm.
It wasn't just, they didn't just open it up like a free garage sale and let anybody come in. They were giving it to people they knew would be using it for kids. But I was teaching that class, and it was so nice to be able to give some of those moms supplies for their kids to use. And we got to do some things we wouldn't have gotten to do otherwise, because, these were too expensive for when you're homeschooling 3 or 4 kids.
Mm-hmm.
A brayer is not an art expense that you are willing to spend when you're having to buy all your books, everything yourself,
Yep.
So it was a real blessing. But all I could think of was, well, why don't they just use this stuff?
Yeah, that's it.
We paid for it with our taxes. Why don't they just use it?
I don't know. Sometimes I wonder about them.
So I had conflicting feelings about it. I was glad they didn't dump it in the trash, though.
Yeah. Okay, so what do I want to put on there? That's another thing that I kind of look at whatever's down here, guys, that, okay, this is kind of dark paint. So I want to go over it with something a little lighter, because the more layers of contrast you get, or the more contrast you get, the more that when I pick that stuff up off my plate, it will show. So, you know, I'm not going to go right in there with a dark purple, because right now it's lime green and turquoise. But what will show and what will look good.
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Joyce would like to have one of those big chalkboard erasers that the teachers used to throw across the room.
Oh.
She didn't say teacher, but I think that's who she was talking about.
Mm-hmm. I would think so too. Now this green is not as vibrant, but it's also way lighter.
Yeah.
So
it'll make the print show up.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Hi, Carmen. Good to see you. We're glad you're here.
Hello, hello.
We're just playing on the Gelli Plate. I'm waiting for paint to dry. I seem to be doing that about half the time today. But
Well,
that's okay.
Yes.
It gives me a chance to look at chat. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe I'm not missing people as bad today. Hi, Teresa. It's good to see you.
Okay. And the other thing is that the cheaper the tools, the more I like them. This is the lid off of my laundry soap. And I absolutely love that one. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Oh, that ought to be pretty. Barbara, I haven't seen her in a live stream.
It's been a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Since I've seen her.
Now, I will tell you that I've heard from her, because apparently I got an email. I haven't been on to look, but I got an email from her. It was all I could really read was that something I mailed her the very first part of June finally showed up.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, things are just taking forever to get anywhere. Okay, now that is really pretty. I just love the wrinkles.
See. Oh yeah.
Uh-huh. I love the wrinkles. I like this. I like this.
Joyce says she was here.
She was here, and I didn't.
Well, I missed her then.
Yes, oh dear. She's taking some Zoom classes. Oh, Holly says she's taking Zoom classes.
Cool.
I asked her a question and she threw the eraser. Ooh, that would not have sat well with me. I'd have probably thrown it back at her.
I only had one teacher who ever threw an eraser in a class I was in, and he threw it at a very smart alecky boy.
Uh-huh.
And I thought the kid deserved it myself.
There you go. Probably did. But, you know, if he'd have done it now.
But I'm sure you didn't, Joyce. I'm sure you didn't.
No, she did not deserve it.
She said Andrea was here. Well, I'm sorry we missed her.
Yeah. Look at this pretty grunge that came up off the edge. I love that.
I do too. Beautimous.
I'm happy.
Okay, what color should I put behind this green?
Oh, something. Do you have like a goldenrod? Not yellow, but
Golden sunset?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. Well, I was debating between that and a blue. So.
Okay.
Well, it's very yellow when it comes out of the bottle. It
Oh.
looks more yellow and less gold, but it should show up.
Well, see, and that camera. You're right. That camera that looks tan.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what we got going here. I think we are going to do. No, I think we're going to do the amazing hot pad trick. I love my hot pad, and you see this gooey, this wonderful purple stuff. Right now it's
Yep.
dry, and it will come off in my paint in a few minutes. If I bend this too much, it'll flake off and just come off as flakes. But if I leave it alone, as soon as I start putting it down on the wet paint, it will come off of this orange thing onto my paint, which I like. I think we'll do pink and purple. Well, Jeffrey would have said it was because they don't like math. That would be, you know, my poor husband
Ooh.
math. Oh, that is absolutely beautiful. Is that a mixture of all your wallpapers?
Yeah. Well, of several of them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I really like that. Really, really like that. That makes me happy. Okay. I need to do. I'm so scared to try those leaves. Have you noticed I've been avoiding them?
Uh-huh. Well, they didn't make me as happy as I would have liked. So I put them up so that I didn't make a mess of them, because I can turn them over and put them flat down in a book if I want to.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to put those along with some of these, use them together and see if I can get something.
Yes, that's part of it, is that I didn't have, you know.
But these came from Hobby Lobby and they've been preserved, so I don't know how well they'll work. But since I had a coupon and I didn't have anything else to spend it on that day, I decided to go ahead and get some of these to try.
Yeah, it's something when you go in Hobby Lobby or Michael's and you can't find anything to buy, isn't it?
I tell you, it's like, what on earth?
Of course, I have not. Let's see, I've been in Hobby Lobby once, I think, since everything opened back up. But then everything here is really surging, so I'm staying out of the stores.
Yeah.
You know, I did stop at Dollar Tree today because when he changed my vision with that surgery I had 2 weeks ago,
You need new
I need
readers.
different readers. Yeah, my readers don't work. I have one pair that works for what I'm doing most of the time, but it's like, okay, not gonna work, guys. All right.
Oh, the marks on my plate. I don't have any marks on here right now.
Oh, Lisa, what's those marks on your plate? They look interesting. Do you suppose that she's lagging behind?
Maybe so.
Fran, we're wondering if
Joyce says Andrea is here. Okay. Well, I'm missing her. I just don't see her in the chat.
Yeah.
At all.
Andrea.
And that's frustrating because this is supposed to be live chat. It's supposed to show everybody.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I got live comments. Oh, this piece of tissue paper is coming out fun. Here. It's got fun stuff's happening on it. I like that. Okay. Now, for some unknown reason, that buckled up, but that's okay. Okay. Oh, yummy. Now, see, it gives you that behind the scenes effect. And then this is where I printed it off, which I really love too. I like using it as a rubber stamp. Teresa's here. Hello, Teresa. Oh, Teresa said she may be playing along and not able to talk, which is true. I'm going to be stuck in here again.
Okay.
Thank you, Barbara. Joyce is confused. Okay, Joyce, what we're thinking is maybe that you're not actually live, that you're lagging a few minutes behind. At the bottom of the screen, there's a little live button. If it's not got a red dot to it, next to it, you're lagging behind a little tiny bit, and it will cause you to, you see the regular chat, but you're behind just a bit in the picture. So click on that live thing, and it'll update you to where you're actually seeing what's happening right now. Okay.
Well, there's a background for something.
Yeah, it needs some more stuffs.
Definitely does.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I need to put this down on something. On something. I don't have a place to do it.
Uh-oh. Not good.
Because my tabletops are all full.
Mm-hmm. Let's get out some blue. We're going to
I can do it on here. I'll try it. I was going to do something else on there, but maybe
let's see if I can make stripes. I'm going to try to make stripes. We'll see if it works.
Okay.
I'm not good at that part. I like to roll my roller all over everywhere. Okay.
All right. Well, I'm going to let this dry. Of course.
All right. Okay.
Hi, Gloria. I'm glad you're here.
Okay. Hello. All right. Now then.
Well, those didn't really print off on here hardly at all. So just some twigs. But that's okay. I wasn't planning to put them on there anyway. I just did it because it was sitting there. I have other plans.
Okay.
For that.
All right. Now then. Oh, right in the paint. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah. Fingers covered with paint. Okay, but that came out really cool where I took it off of there.
Tanya, Teresa is looking for one of these. Where did you find these?
I ended up finding them. Well, I bought the first one at a hardware store here in town in Pensacola, and
Oh, it was wallpaper. Yeah, Fran, I thought maybe it was wallpaper, but I wasn't positive.
yes, I was. That's what we kind of thought, but that's why you were behind. Hardware at the hardware store. Then I found them at another little hardware store over the other side of town. Bought everything they had. I have checked with the company, and I can get them because I have a what you call it account, but they want $5 a piece to ship them.
Oh my goodness.
So if y'all are interested, I would be willing to order them. You have to have a tax exempt account is the deal. I have a business account is the deal. You have to be a business to order from them. But they're not expensive. In the store, they were not expensive. I think they were $3 or $4. But the silly things are cheap online from the company, the texture tool, but they wanted $5 a piece to ship them. That was my big, that's why I didn't just tell you all where I got it, because I thought that was a little ridiculous. But I got them at specialty hardware stores. Both times it's been 2 different specialty hardware stores that we have. So that's where I would suggest you look. The box stores do not have them. Jeff looks for me, and I've looked. Like Home Depot and Lowe's don't have them, and Ace doesn't have them, and Harbor
I'm going to
Freight.
show you something my kids got for me in my stocking for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an icing set by Wilton. I haven't used it because I got this one, and this is so small. But I thought when they gave it to me, I thought, wouldn't that be fun to use on, multiples on one pull?
On one, yes.
But
No,
I haven't.
It's not pointy and sharp.
Well, that's what I'm going to check.
Okay. Because I've seen something little like that. It probably at like Michael's or someplace.
Yeah. Well, they're by Wilton, so any place that sells all their cake decorating stuff probably has them. They're really
cool.
They're really not that sharp unless you're really if you push down they would be.
Yeah, just
barely scrape them along the edge. Now that one, I don't know. I'll play with them a minute here and see.
Yeah, Teresa, you got to be really careful. My ruler is way too sharp to put on there. That would be the thing. Hi, Susan.
So I'll try them out and see what I think here in a minute. Yeah, I think that ruler, the ones you buy, the tear rulers that you buy, at least mine is not sharp, and it would. That's one reason I didn't like it, because it wouldn't cut anything very well.
Oh, see,
would probably work on here, but
the one I have is so sharp it bites, and so I have, not been. I don't use it because it literally bites my fingers. Okay, I've got this.
Got to be careful and see what you got and how it acts.
Yeah, I got this Bria Reese paint. I'm going to see what happens.
You can use some of those scrapbooking scissors and cut like a credit card. If you happen to have those, and it's not the real sharp, if it's the crinkly edges and things, they will work pretty good. That's what I did when I first got my Gelli Plate. And you can cut fun foam with those too. And use it.
If you cut fun foam, you would know that it wasn't going to damage your plate.
Right.
Okay. I'm going to try this.
Okay, behind this, well, no, I'm going to add flowers onto it. So I don't want the pink as my background. I want something else as a background.
Barbara says she's got a little fun thing like that from Plaid, and you might find it in the where the sculpted clay is, and that is probably a very good place to look for stuff like that. Okay, I'm wondering if that's going to pull up anything at all because it looks like it's already dry.
Okay, I think I'm going to try this blue here. Blue Harbor, it says.
Well, that's what I was afraid of. That is dry already. Okay. So.
Oh, keep knocking off my paints. You would think that I would learn from the first time.
Yeah, but you know, we don't do that. That's just not. I think it was Jean. I don't know if Jean is still here, but you know, we talked about messy. This is the mess. That's about the worst of it. My papers are all dry. You like it, Teresa? I'm not sure which one she was talking about.
I don't know. She just says, "Ooh, Tanya, like it."
Fran says she might have found the live thing. Oh, goody. Okay.
I hope so.
I think we are going to put some red on there. And I think we are going to pull it up on a piece of paper that's white because I just think that it's going to be pretty. Pretty. Okay, so we got this. So we're going to do...
Okay, here's what my leaves turned out.
Oh, that's pretty. Oh, what's on my plate right now? Yes, and it's dry. It dried really fast. It's like dry as a bone. And I'm just going to put plain red back there. Oh, and that's way too much paint, guys. I do not know what I was thinking. Brain dead. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so you get too much paint on your thing. First you roll it out. And then you get all the way to the edge because Tanya loves the edges. Okay, so I got way too much paint on there. So I'm going to take the roller and roll it off beside me and then come back and roller it again. And roller it off beside me.
Hi, Susan. It's good to see you. We're glad you're here.
And you can just keep rolling it off until you get down to where you've got the right amount of paint because that was just way too much paint. Okay. Okay. Okay, and see, this is where it pulled up the blue. Oh, yeah. sometimes it's worth grabbing a piece of white paper. And you see where it's got the blue that was behind it before and all the gold. Now I got to get it down on the floor. Actually, I can lay it over here. But also, because I have way too much paint, I have this wonderful piece of bright red paper that will dry in a minute. Yep, yep, yep. Barbara says, Lisa said blue, so she grabbed blue. Now what? Well, I don't know, but I'm going to put another thin layer of this gold paint on because that was fun. This was some stuff I got at Hobby Lobby on clearance, thinking that I could use it like a paint writer because that's what it's supposed to be. It is just not fun to play with. It really wasn't. So, all right.
Well, I thought I had some other size little round thingies.
Uh-oh.
Of course, I'm not finding them now that I've got paint on my
On your
plate and
hand.
wanting them.
Josie is here. Hi. Hi, dear.
Okay.
That sounds like fun, Susan. Okay. Now, by the time I get this picked up, it's definitely going to be dry again because that is what happened the last time. So we're going to get a different sheet of paper because we don't want this red.
Okay.
We're going to make sure it's dry. We're just going to wait a minute.
Me too.
I think we will put some eggplant behind it. Might be the last of my eggplant, but I think that's what we're going to use. Oh, I need a piece of white paper because I want white paper to try out. Don't lick your fingers when you have paint all over them. It does not taste good.
I'm sure that's true.
Yep, it's almost gone. Almost. And I have a pretty brayer now. It's all gold. I do clean my brayer every so often. I put it in. I actually use Dawn dishwashing soap because that's what I have at the kitchen sink and some water, and I just let it soak.
That's what I've always done
Mm-hmm.
when I clean mine. It has to get pretty thick where it, almost won't turn before I do it. But
Well, yeah, and that's why I started having to do mine is because it was built up so much along this edge right here that it wasn't wanting to turn. So I like to make the patchwork kind of thing with my stuff. It's fun. I like that. I think it's, and I'm probably going to call this piece done as soon as I pull this last little bit off.
Laura, I don't know what kind you have, but one that is squishy, a little rubber, is much better than a hard one.
Yep.
And this one is a speedball, and I know they still make these. They're expensive, but they really work great. But they also make a cheaper one that I think probably works good. In that, in yours a speedball?
Yes, but this one has these come out, and I have a hard plastic one, a hard rubber one, and this soft rubber one. I personally like the soft rubber one better. Just FYI, but that's what that is. I have one like yours from back in the day doing wood cut.
Yeah, yours is the harder rubber. Mine is the softer one.
This one's hard rubber for wood cuts and things. And I prefer these soft rubber ones, and I've had that one a long time. So, this one's pretty too. You can see the gold in this one.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Fran says she has the one I have. Yeah, these Stampin' Up sold these for a while, and that's why I have that one. I actually have two of them because Mom had one. So I have Mom's because she never used it. I don't think it was ever used when she had it. It was just one of those things she never got out, never used. Okay, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? I think some lime green is a necessity today. Let's see. How about some lime green and some orange mixed together? That ought to be very ugly.
Is that what you're going for?
Well, you never know what I'm going for, but you know. Of course, it's got purple underneath it, so that grunge is going to go, you know, kind of interesting with everything else. All right, so let's see here. I think we'll put that on here. It does make kind of a brown when you and I have some pretty dry places on this thing. So it does kind of look kind of grungy. That orange and lime green does, you know, kind of has that odd yuck to it, which is okay. I don't mind odd yuck. I really don't. Okay, let's see if we got another piece of this paper. Okay, let's tear this right here. Oh, I can hear her slapping it down. Just slapping it down.
Slapping it down, yep. Don't know what good it's doing me, but it makes me feel good.
Okay, I'll tell you. Think it's a bug. Every time you slap it down, think there's a bug up there.
Yeah.
It's kind of dinner almost. Dunch. Oh, dunch. Yes. Josie. It's Josie, right? No, it's Laura. Laura, I have a box that's right there, and I have them Well, I put some of the smaller ones in plastic bags like this, and then the bigger things I have sitting there. My stencils and my wallpaper I have in another box that they stand up. Okay, now that is really fun grunge on there.
Yes, it is. Well,
Yum,
I'm
yum,
building up some grunge in my layers here, but I can tell because it's pulling off paint when I pull off the
mm-hmm.
my stuff here. But this looks really pretty.
Oh, that's cool. I like that one better than mine. Okay, see, I really like that. It's kind of funky. Oh, I don't. I guess mine gets stuck in the by the handle like that, but I haven't had any problem with it getting what do you call it, flat at all. But that's All right, let's see what we want to do. We have this nice.
I lay mine down like this. I roll it off and lay it down like that instead of
Oh,
like
I
that.
do. I do when I'm working with it. I do lay it upside down like that. Yeah.
In between sessions, I just throw it however
Yes. And as
up
far
in
as
a
my
bin. So
tools, I don't clean these tools off. I just, first, uh, well, here, look at this is something I used last time we played. Okay. They are just as messy as possible. And if it comes off on my next print, which we will just find out,
the more the
see.
better.
That'll make me happy if it comes off. I think we will. Hmm. I'm thinking about what I've got over here beside me that
Oh, I see,
I want.
Teresa. Yeah, hanging it's probably a good idea then.
Oh, okay. Yes. I'm just gonna put some gold paint on this is liquidy gold, though it's not that Bria Reese gold, because that Bria Reese gold is drying way too fast for what I want to do. Because I actually want the print off as much as I want what's on here. So I'm going to do this and print it off on my piece of paper that's beside me. And I really should have used that piece of red paper because I think that would have been so pretty. Oh. And I may, like Lisa, have to cut my edges off because those are not making me very happy. And I have this piece of purple. Oh, I'm going to use this. It's red.
Oh, that'll look nice.
Mm-hmm. And then I'll use this piece of purple. Well, and see, they didn't print very well on the purple, so we'll see how they printed on the red. It needed a stronger color behind it. Oh, but it's pretty on the red.
Gold and red always look good together.
Yeah. I like that. That's pretty.
Yeah. Hi, Gail. It's good to have you here.
Mm-hmm. Oops. And then, see, this is what I was printing on. And it just added a layer of gold stuffs to it.
Yeah.
Not a big deal. Not
Just some glimmer.
just some glimmer. Just some stuffs. Now, I think I'm going to put some, there's my pink. I was trying to find my pink. I'm going to tune some pink and a little of this purple. Thank you, Holly. Yes, please, the thumbs up are greatly appreciated. Okay, so we're just gonna get some paint on there. Now these big leaves, these giant leaves I have, they were rubbing plates from Dollar Tree.
In the school section.
In the teacher set, where the teacher is. And there was 3 of them or 4 of them. I can't remember.
3.
3. And
at least mine had 3.
I'm sure mine has 3 too. I just didn't pull it out.
Teresa, Janet has done where she puts all kinds of different textures on those toilet paper rolls and rolls a lot of different painted papers with them that way. I don't know if she uses it on Gelli Plate or if she just uses it as a roller onto her papers, but it looks really cool. She's done several different kinds of textures.
I actually have a video of doing that. Janet inspired me, and I made a video very long time ago, probably pretty close to right after I started making videos. Okay, now I am going to pull, I want a big piece. I want the whole thing. Okay. Oops, my paint right.
That was too much pink, but we will brayer off a bunch of it because we're going to have to. Okay.
It works to just paint your papers with that too, and I used meat tray to paint my papers, which was a lot of fun. To put the paint out on. Okay, that dried really fast because even my tissue is not going to pick it up. But, oh, this piece of tissue is cool. You can see the leaves and the texture and the grunge that I picked up. Well, I might not like the wallpaper, but I do like the tissue paper. I like the pattern paper. This is really boring. It just needs some. Well, it needs something on it, you know, and I'm guessing it needs some white circles. Maybe some black circles. So I'm going to get out another one of my favorite tools, which is the inside out of, what do you call this thing? It is the inside out
tape.
Of Scotch tape, yes. And I'm going to get some white paint. And I'm just going to put some white paint right here on my Gelli Plate. And I'm just going to use it like a stamp pad.
There's no telling what this is going to look like. Some of it's coming up. Everything's coming up with it. Some of it just is taking up a little bit. Some of it's pulling up extra junk.
Huh.
Because I have too many layers of paint.
Piece of deli paper. When you get too many layers of paint, a piece of deli paper sometimes helps.
I know, but I'm doing the layers on purpose.
Oh, okay.
Because I want all the layers on my print, but I don't know how. See, this may not show up because it's not pulling through. So some of it will show and some of it won't, I guess.
Yep. Well, that's the way it works.
Yep.
Okay, now I'm going to put this paint all over my jelly plate like this.
See, I was going to put one more layer to pull everything off.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if that's going to, if it'll hold it well enough to do that or not.
Yeah. You might need contact paper, not or copy paper, not deli paper, because you're going to have to put down some wet paint.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I have used up the rest of my paint. Okay, so I got these white circles on this one. Now I think it needs some turquoise circles. And I would really like a lighter turquoise, and I don't think I have one. Must have
Okay,
used
that
it
was
up.
a mistake.
Uh-oh, not good. Not good. Oh, this'll do. This, no, let's not do that. Let's do this lighter turquoise.
All right.
And we're going to just put it right here. Yeah, you can still see that.
Yay, Fran!
Yay!
Well, I put these flowers on top of my leaves. I'm not sure I really like that.
Well,
because I wasn't as picky about where I put them as I should have been.
uh-huh. Okay, I got too much
well.
paint on one side of my little doodad.
Well, hopefully, if I let this dry, the next layer will pull everything up, since it seems to be pulling up with the stamps. So I'm hopeful.
Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to just, this everywhere.
Thanks, Teresa. Thanks, Barbara. We're going to find out what it looks like when I try to pull it all up, but I put too much pink on there, so we got to let it dry.
This is what's fun, is playing and doing different stuff than you did before, and just having fun with it. Okay.
Oh, yay, Deborah. Deborah Brown says, what perfect timing. Although I have smaller ones, a 16 by 20 gel plate arrived today. I can't wait to get started. Your ideas are so cool.
Oh,
thank
awesome.
you.
A 16 by 20? Ooh,
that is huge. This is big. 16 by 20 this is 12 by 14.
Yeah, so
a 16 by 20 is 4 inches longer and 6 inches wider.
Yeah,
or
it wouldn't fit.
However you want to say that. It's bigger.
It wouldn't fit on my table.
It wouldn't fit on my table. Well, it would, but I wouldn't have a place to brayer off anything.
Well, and I wouldn't have any. See, I've got paint lined all up out there, so I wouldn't have a place for that. Okay.
I can't wait to. Do you belong to our groups, Deborah? We want to see what you're doing on that jelly plate.
Yeah, I want to see these giant prints. That ought to be fun.
I don't even have any paper that big.
I don't know that I have either, because I think what I've got is 14 by 17. Well,
I've got 11 by 17.
uh,
That's the biggest I've got.
I've got some that's bigger than that, and it may be 18 or 19. But I also have packing paper. You know, that
Right. Yeah.
moving packing paper. Because I've
Or
been
you could
thinking
buy
about
a roll of craft paper.
yeah, I've got a
and
roll
work
of
on
that
that.
too.
Yeah.
I've got a roll of that, so you know.
I did, but Hannah took it to make patterns with. But I know where to get some more. It's not a rare item.
Well, if she gets patterns that if she really starts doing that and wants to keep her patterns, they sell a non-woven stuff. We used to get it from Quick Sew, but you can get it. And anyways, I'll get you the name of it.
Okay. I was just going to buy her some the interfacing that doesn't have the iron-on stuff on it.
Yeah.
But if there's something that's better, when she finds that gets what she wants, then she does need to transfer it to something more permanent than paper.
Right. This will last even pretty much even. It's kind of like interfacing, but it's not. And it will last way better than even the interfacing. But it's what we used to transfer all the Quick Sew patterns off onto, and that's
I'm hearing thunder. I'm gonna go look. My son was supposed to edge the yard tonight, but I bet he won't be doing it if it's raining.
No.
Oh my goodness, it is raining hard.
It is raining. Hoo, hoo, hoo.
Praise the Lord. I'd rather have rain than an edged yard.
There you go.
We need the rain so badly.
This is
so badly.
Where that went.
Oh, I love it.
Isn't that pretty? And all I did was I stamped off. So now I have this that I'm going to let dry because it's got a little bit of moisture in it still. And then I'm going to print it. And I'm not sure what
cool.
Yet. The Jersey card. Laura was asking a question and her internet shut off.
Oh no.
Have you ladies used the magazine pages to print with? Teresa, Lisa has. I have not.
I did it once, and it was a fun experiment. But those aren't prints I would use for anything. In fact, they just sat over in the corner for a long time. I'm not even sure what I did with them. So I haven't ever done it again. But it was fun to do just to see if you could get it to work. And that video where I was testing that is my most watched video of any video I've ever done. It gets watched every day. It's the one video I have that gets watched all the time by people who, I have no idea. They're not subscribers or anything, but
okay, you can't. Okay, Fran, then your sandwich is wrong. You've got too much. Everything has a different shim that goes in the machine, so you have to take a look at which shims you need to use. My plates have pictures on them, but you may have to look up which shims you use for your machine. Oh, that's true, Holly. She can take a break from dancing.
Maybe my problem is I haven't been dancing.
Maybe
that's why it took so long.
That might be what's going on. Okay, so I have to decide what color I want to put back there. I know. I'm going to use this, right?
Yes, the image transfer. That's what I was talking about. And then I don't know, it was 2 or 3 years ago. 2 years ago probably, when I did that video, and every once in a while I'll get a comment and somebody will ask me, well, did you try this? Or I'm like, I don't know, watch the video. You see that's what I tried. I just tell them everything I did on that video, that's all I know. And I don't even remember that now, so I'm no help.
You know, when you step away from it and you go on to do. Somebody asked me how big the journal was in one of my videos from, 2 years ago, and I'm like, how many times did I fold that file folder up? And I said it's roughly, because I wasn't going to get the ladder and get it down and measure it. I was honest, it was too tired anyways.
Yeah.
But that would have been what I would have had to done to find out, and I'm like, it's about this big.
Well,
It's
just take
about,
one layer off and try again.
yes, Journey's still here. She's just playing.
And sometimes you have to take a layer off and then put a thinner layer of cardboard or something to make up part of the difference. Sometimes it's a big headache to get it to the right thing.
Yeah, sometimes I haven't done I haven't had too much trouble, but it has been, it does do different stuff.
Like when you're embossing wallpaper, not wallpaper, watercolor paper versus embossing cardstock versus embossing copy paper. You might have to make changes on the thickness of your paper as well as the.
She's doing
and the Fran, you're doing the like 3D kind of.
Well, that she's using that metallic stuff that's got sticky on the back, and she stuck it to something. So
yeah, but those 3D type embossing plates, embossing folders, they need a different plate than the regular embossing folders.
Yeah,
because they're thicker.
That's true. Oh, Jersey.
What groups? Our Facebook groups. Deborah, are you on Facebook? Tanya and I each have a Facebook group. Oh, that's gorgeous, Tanya.
Isn't that pretty?
Yes, I love it.
Uh-huh.
I can just see you with a Sharpie, a Posca pen having fun on that.
There is Posca pen fun right there.
Let me see if I can find links to our Facebook groups, Deborah.
What was I going to do here? I was going to do something now. We were just okay.
Okay, this is the link to mine. I can't type, so. Oh, okay. Teresa's got it. Teresa, would you get Tanya's too, please?
Thank you, guys. The instructions say texture fades, but I am trying other bits of card instead as shims. Yeah, Fran, because I'm thinking that the texture fades, it's one thing if you put it on a piece of cardstock. It's another thing putting it on that adhesive copper sheeting. We don't know.
On top of something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this is one of my I drew on this is a vegetable tray, like a meat tray, that styrofoam meat trays. I drew on it with an ink pen. It's probably 2 years old. I've used it many, many times. So that's what I'm going to use now. And it's good to put on here and turn into a print. So you want to, whatever you're putting it on, you want to have something. And I have this pretty piece over here that's got some border and some color. So I'm going to pick something that works to go over there. Maybe some gold. Yep. I must be in a metallic-y mood today.
I don't know if I got enough yellow on here or not, but we're going to go with it.
Okay.
And hope it's enough. I'm thinking it's only sticking down in certain places. Yeah, it's probably not going to work.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, it'll be all right. If it doesn't, we'll just try again.
Okay. That's the way it works, huh? Isn't it?
Yep. Because this right here is definitely not stuck down.
Mm-hmm. Now,
Because some of it is, so some of it'll pull up and some of it won't. That's what it amounts to.
you see where I printed it off on that paper?
Oh, yeah.
So it works really good as a stamp as well as something to print with. So let's see, where can we put that? Right there, I think.
Oh.
But now,
Okay, this is what it looks like.
Okay.
That is weird looking.
Yep. Now, I don't know if that was moist enough that it's going to come up or not. So we're just not going to worry about it. We're just going to print and
Not sure what I think about that.
see what happens. Because see, it dried. The air conditioner being on so that I'm not hot is making it dry.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and Deborah, there are questions in my group to when you join, so make sure.
Yeah, mine too.
Please.
And if you answer the questions, I'll approve you when we get through here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it didn't print real well because it got dry real fast. So that's okay. I don't care. We'll do something different, and it'll print the next time. I think we're going to go for some of this. And some of this. Oh, that's a lot of paint. I'm doing that today for some reason. I don't know what the deal is. Oh, I know what I want to use. I'll use this. This is a foam stamp. It's something my sister sent me. Hard telling where it came from. Possibly the dump. Because she gets things. They have a free cycle place at the dump. And
it didn't ever make it into the dump. It just makes it into that little room.
Yeah, it's actually a semi-trailer. So people drop off the stuff that they don't want, and you can pick it up. Which is fun. And she sends me stuff, but she may have gotten it some. She sent me several. There were several in the package. She may have had it and just decided she wasn't using it, but I think she told me this came from the dump. She hasn't sent me a package from the dump lately, but she's probably not been going in there. And
yeah, they may even have it closed.
Yeah. Well, they have to leave the place open for her to drop off because that's actually their place to drop off the recycle. So, well, I guess they don't have to leave it open. They may have told them all to dump it in the trash.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to text her. I haven't talked to her in a couple weeks, which is kind of odd.
Okay.
And today is July, so she should be off work.
Gloria, it just depends on what you want. If you're wanting to make layers, then you let it dry and you add another layer.
Yeah.
If you want what you've got on there to be your print, then you print it off wet.
Mm-hmm.
But after you layer the last layer you want, then you go ahead and pick it up while it's wet.
Yeah.
The top layer The top layer for you is the bottom layer for your print. But it has to be wet for you to pick it up.
And that's what's happening right now, is that my plate is drying so fast that my prints are not coming up real good. Even on this tissue paper, a lot of them it's not coming up. I'm getting a lot of very quick.
Boy, we're getting a ton of thunder.
But I like the grunge that it gives me. I really like when it dries like this and it's fast, it gives you lots of fun, multiple colored grunge stuffs, which I really like. And it gave me some fun flower prints.
So about that itching.
Tomorrow, next day, sometime. Sorry. It's okay.
To save Lisa? What do we have to save Lisa from? Oh, be safe, Lisa. Yes.
I'm safe. I'm going to mute just a minute, though.
Kitty litter? What do we? The first print and residual dry, then add a contrasting color light lay and pick up the print. Yeah, I mean, there's so many things you can do. Now this one, for some reason, to me, it's not done. So I'm going to let it get dry, and then I'm going to print more flowers over the top of it. Or something. But see, this one, I actually printed the flowers, and I really like how it came out. Okay, let's see where we can put that right there, I think. Oh, my tea fairy's going to have to come and get me tea soon. I'm about out. Okay. We're going to use some different paper now. I'm going to switch it out here just because I really like this paper. This is every year.
It doesn't take as much as it looks as you think it does, Journey.
Yeah. I mean, I've got some empty bottles, but heck, I've been using the same bottles for ages and ages. So
yeah, and by the time you spread it out, it takes less paint actually to paint your page than it does if you got it on a brush.
That's right, and you waste it on the brush. That's another thing. You really waste a lot of paint on the brush and washing your brush out in between layers and stuff like that. This is like prospectus paper. Is that the right word? Annual report. We get this annual report. Now, Jeff said they're not going to print it next year, so it's a good thing I got a couple of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Medicare sends you a book too, but it's a little heavier paper. And when Mom gets her new one, she'll give me her old one, and vice versa. Same for Jeff. But I like this because it's very much like tissue paper. It's like dictionary paper. I have a encyclopedia and a dictionary that has the same kind of thing. And this is some that, I got started, but I haven't finished them. So I'm just going to use these papers. I'm just switching out paper just because I want something a little different.
Because you can.
Yes, because I can. And this, like I said, this piece of paper needs something else on top of it. Some other color. So I'm thinking some lime green flowers. So that's what we're going to make now, is lime green flowers.
That sounds like that'll be good.
Red texture. Okay, so Fran got it to work. Oh, you have small tubes. And tubed paint, Journey, is thicker than these craft paints. That's one of the things that you'll find is that these craft paints are thinner. They dry faster, so your prints when you are. I have a whole pile on the floor. I protect my floor. And Tanya always cans. I'm not sure what it cans.
You may use a lot of paint if you're using tube paints.
Yes. The tube paints are thicker, so it will make a difference. Oh, and Tanya always cans, and I always can do anything I want. That's right. I do know how to do that. Hi, Joan.
Hi, Joan. Hi, Maria. I'm glad y'all are both here.
I didn't see Maria even there. Hello there. Because you can. Yes, because I can. That's right. Because I can. I'm going to do it because I can. And I just like layers and layers and layers of stuffs on my paper. And the big thing is, why waste what's on this? You know, if you're gonna put it on your Gelli Plate so that you can do the back side or that particular kind of a print, then why not?
Yeah, and you can just put it on top of anything and still print other things on top of it and just let it be another layer.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be something final and beautiful.
Right, but
even
see, now,
then,
I'm perfectly content. This one's done.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Yeah, I like it.
See? So, okay, and let's see what we got right here. We're going to see if this is still moist enough to pick anything up. Might not be. However, this paper, because it's so much like tissue paper, it will pick up stuff when the other papers won't. Because it's just, it grabs up any moisture that's there. It's like using this pattern tissue, although it got dry because that just didn't come up at all. So it might not pick anything up because it got so dry. Yep, it did. Oh, it picked up some gold stuffs, but that was it. Yep. Okay. So it got very, very little picked up. So I had this nice dry paper. So now we're just going to put some paint on there and really just pick it up for the fun of it. It's come out looking really lush. Yeah, think that I think it will, Fran, because you've got all that metal and everything. Okay, so
Tanya,
yes,
it's almost 4 o'clock. How much longer do you want to stay on?
It's up to you. I can stay until 4:30 or so, but if you need to get going, because I know you've got family coming.
Yeah. Well, I can stay till 4:30. I just knew if I needed to, if we're going to do that, I need to go in the house for a minute.
Okay. All right. Well,
So,
that's fine. If 4:30 is going to be okay.
It will be fine. But I am going to be
stay.
in the house for a minute. So.
Okay. Well, you have fun.
All right.
Okay. So I put this dark turquoisey blue over that. And we're going to see how it goes. And it's just a thin layer that I've got because I'm going to use this, these papers that I've got like this. They got stuff on them already though. So I like the stuff underneath. I like to have The thing I will tell you too about the paper you use is that one of the reasons the wallpaper was not working earlier was the fact that it does not it doesn't absorb the moisture of the paint. And tissue paper, deli paper, that kind of thing, you'll get your grunge layers up real easy because they absorb the moisture from the paint. And that's why they pull so nice. And look at, isn't that pretty? And it's got some really pretty golds on it. And that one's not near as pretty. That's interesting. Uh-oh. Now you have to go back to Hobbycraft for another tube of it. Well. Now, Journey, we got these. I don't know if you have been watching, but if your Dollar Tree has these, this is 4 ounces of paint. Now, last time, which has been a month ago, my Walmart was getting paint back in. I haven't been in Walmart in a month, but those bottles are. I thought my Walmart was selling them for $1, but Mary said her Walmart sells them for 50 cents. And if that's the case, then it's about the same price. These at Dollar Tree were $1 for 4 ounces. And, uh-oh, you've been swizzled. That's not good, Fran. Oh, dear. And both Lisa and I like these. They're thin. They work on the Gelli Plate real well. I don't know that they would make beautiful paintings or anything like that, but they work on the Gelli Plate real well. Oh, let's see. I'm gonna do some purple. Oh, now that's interesting, Barbara. Pulled the print on the back of the napkin. It left a pattern on the plate. Came up with a pickup print. Ooh, how fun. That sounds cool. Barbara, that's going to have, you're going to have to take a picture of that so that we can see that. Tanya says purple, and that's where you're going next to. Purple. Yeah. I haven't used as much purple today as I usually use. See, I'm either getting too much paint today or not enough. I don't know what the deal is. That's kind of what's happening.
That's what happens to me all the time.
Mm-hmm.
One or the other of those things. Yeah. Rarely do I do it perfectly.
My tea fairy hasn't come in. I'm getting thirsty.
Oh no.
Yeah. I don't know about him. I don't know. I don't know why my tea fairy has not come, but
I don't know, but I do know one thing. You don't want to fire him because they're too hard to replace.
Oh, heavens, no. I will not fire him. You know, my tea fairy also does dishes. So I would be
never fire him.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. He got so used to it when I was, working 12 hours a day making beads that he just kind of kept on doing it. And seeing how I didn't even put the breakfast dishes in the dishwasher this morning, he probably will have them done before I. Oh, yeah, that's better. It just needed a little something more. Don't know why, just did.
Well, I got me out some of those thin papers to try here.
Yeah, I was going to say, after a while, thin papers are nice. And thin papers pull up the stuff that's on your plate real well. Oh, and see, that print was just boring, and now it's fun. It's just got, it must have like 7 layers of paint on it. Oh, that's pretty, Lisa.
Yep, I like it. Look at that. There's this layer of paint just coming off the edge.
Yeah, Teresa, yes, Barbara, Teresa is correct. You need to make a video of it now. Barbara pulled a print on a napkin. She did something, and it sounds like it's really pretty.
I bet it is. Look at this.
Ooh, ooh.
I'm going to move a little bit of that stuff because it's getting so thick. It's
Well, that's what I got the carpet tape for.
yeah.
I think that I'm going to put some more gold on my plate.
Okay.
Yes, yes. More gold. I must be in the goldy mood. Okay.
That one's got lots of stuff on it.
Ooh, that's gooey.
It is gooey. It's interesting. Oh.
She's not saying anything, Teresa. Of course, she's she's making that other print she's trying to make, so that may be why she's not saying anything. Okay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, now this stuff dries so fast. I'm gonna just let it dry. Okay. Yep.
I just realized I haven't done any copper today, and that's
Oh
wrong.
no. Yeah. That was yeah. Okay.
Gotta use some copper. So
And I have done more metallic paint today than I normally do.
maybe I was just letting you do it all, but I'm
Is
going
that
to do
what it
some
is?
now. Yeah,
Okay.
but I'm going to do some now.
Okay. I'm waiting for this to dry. It won't take long. It did build up a little bit in the where I combed it. That's combing. Combed it. Mm-hmm. What do we got right? Oh, we got a couple of these. Let's see here. Yeah, maybe we'll just put it on some. And I like the type behind things. Yeah, she's checking to see if she could do it again because she wasn't sure it was going to work the second time. I like the book pages. I like, all that stuff. I'm loving that pattern tissue. It's cool. Oh, that's pretty. Now, what made the stripes on your plate?
Oh, it's just the brayering process.
Okay. All right.
I rolled one way, this way, and then this way, and that way, and then this way, and certain paints just like have a nap. I don't know.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes, Teresa, it does look like wood grain. Totally out of tea. Totally. Oh.
Well, maybe you need to go get some.
Nah, I can wait for, 20 minutes.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a lot of paint. See, that's the thing that's happening today. Don't know what the deal is. Because that is way up. I think we best take some of it off. Okay. And I think we will do that. And this.
Okay. Let's let that dry.
Have you tried
There's
using
where-
phone book pages? Well, you'd have to have a phone book that you could do that with, Teresa. I'm sorry. Show it to me again because I totally missed it. I saw it pop up there.
That's just where I printed those off
Ooh, it's pretty
when I was
though.
getting them off here. That brayered off page, it just needed some more something. And I'm going to do some more layers of different colors too. But
most phone books are, well, that's pretty, but it's not real exciting.
oh, Fran says, she says, I've used alcohol inks on the Compre adhesive foil. So that doesn't sound good.
No.
Is that good or bad?
Okay, now this was dry for all the thickness of that paint, and it didn't come up very good, but it's actually really pretty because of
Good night, Journey. Thanks for coming.
not having a complete pull.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Okay.
And now you got some good stuff to go under your next layer.
That's right. So, and I think we'll do orange and yellow. I think they get paid to throw out phone books, and I think they have to leave half of them here in your yard. Oh, Teresa, most phone books are, what do I want to call that paper? Newsprint. And I have used newsprint type papers, or what is the other name for that paper? Okay, I'm trying to think. Well, newsprint.
As I say, newsprint's all I know. So
yeah, it's actually, you can buy whole pads of it.
Well, they sell it as packing paper too.
Yes, and I have used packing paper because I have lots of packing paper. So no, thank you, dear. That was really nice of you to offer, but I have tons of packing paper. The moving as many times as we have, I usually save a box full of packing paper due to the fact that I cannot stand. Okay, another favorite tool is bubble wrap.
Barbara says, I turned on the camera for that last print. I'll see if I can upload to your Facebook page. Very cool.
Awesome. I'm so glad. Okay, I love me some bubble wrap for many reasons. And I'll show you some of them when I get this print pulled.
That's printing exceptionally well.
My bubble wrap?
Yeah.
Well, you know why? It's because it's 100 million years old, and it's got enough paint on it to last 3 lifetimes. Okay, let's put this on.
Oh, Fran. Yeah.
What happened?
Alcohol inks are definitely shiny. That's true.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
anything that's more matte than that would probably not be translucent. Can you think of something that would stick onto foil that would not, besides alcohol ink, that would be matte?
That would be matte. On foil?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to get things to stick onto foil.
I would say some watered down acrylic paint.
Try it and see.
Oh, vintage patina paints would probably work, but
Yeah.
acrylic paint would probably it's going to scratch off no matter what. I really think that's kind of a pretty corner.
It is. I like it.
Okay. Oh, and that's an even better grungy, pretty corner. Yeah, that's some cool grunge right there.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yep. Let's see what this one did. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, very nice.
Okay, but now you have to wait because you should see the piece that I printed the bubble wrap on is really cool too, and it's just real simple. See?
Oh yeah, very nice. I'm gonna definitely
start doodling on that.
I've got one right here. I'm gonna do some bubble wrap printing onto.
Yeah, when you start
while I put another layer here.
Wrap, it's really fun when you start printing with your bubble wrap. Okay, so this one needs some printed on bubble wrap. Okay, we're gonna just play with our bubble wrap for the rest of the next 15 minutes. Yes, that's what we're gonna do.
That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna whisper.
Yes. And I got some really cool grunge happening right there. Okay, I think we're gonna stick some gold in there, just a little bit, a wet bit. See what happens. See what happens. No, that's not very thick. It might dry really fast. Okay, where'd my bubble wrap go? Oh, yeah. Okay, and I want this piece over here so I can print. Don't you love the sound of the ripping the bubble wrap off of the Gelli Plate too? It's like,
yep.
You have to beat your husband over your bubble wrap? Oh dear, Teresa. Oh no, every bubble. I buy bubble wrap because that's how I send out my beads for the most part. Is especially the flat ones have to be wrapped in bubble wrap, and so I buy bubble wrap and spend a lot of time cutting it up into these little strips so that it will fit into the little boxes that I have to have for shipping.
Okay.
Let's see.
I really wanted to pick up a little. Ooh, that was a lot. It's getting dry.
I was going to say it gets dry really fast right now.
Yeah, but I'm liking it pulling up like that, so I'm going to do a little more.
Okay.
Okay, now we'll let it sit, and then we'll add another layer on top.
Mm-hmm.
So now this piece is all bubble wrapped.
Ooh, that's really cool. Mine over here is bubble wrapped too. And layered underneath. It's got grunge on the edge and
yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, that came out cool. Oh, this one's cool. Yep, yep. Now see, that's brayer underneath what I just did to bubble wrap.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Uh-huh. Yep, yep. Oh, stop. Don't fall off there. You need to stay right there. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh no, her puppy had fun popping the bubble wrap. Okay. It needs a little bit more right in this corner and then it will be good. I think Lisa's letting hers dry.
Yeah, I'm letting it dry.
Okay, this one's done. It looks very grungy quilty.
It does. It looks good.
Mhm. Come back in with a few of my fancy hand carved rubber stamps. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm.
If I can be patient enough to let this dry, I think it's going to end up looking cool.
Okay, this one's not quite done yet, so I'm going to bubble wrap on it today.
Oh, that'll be good.
I'm going to be pitching bubble wrap. So that means, what do I need color-wise? I need something that's going to look good on there.
What does it look like again? Oh, copper.
Okay. Copper it is. We will just put the copper all by its little lonesome out here on the plate. And we will slime it all over the place. And we knew that Lisa would say copper would no matter what it would look like before. But you're right, copper is going to be very pretty on it.
Copper or green?
Copper and green, okay. All right, so where's my piece of bubble wrap? Man, it just lit away again. I don't know why my bubble wrap keeps disappearing. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. And so now it's got sort of those flowers underneath, and then it's got the copper bubbles popping in there.
That'll make it look like honeycomb on top of it.
Yeah, but I think it's got enough. So I think we're going to lay it over there and grab this one and put it, because I got another couple of spots, and I don't want to add too much more because the copper is really showing up good on that spot. So we'll just, okay. And actually, I think this one, little copper on there. Okay.
Yeah, don't ask me, Teresa, unless you want to add copper or green.
Yeah.
Ask somebody else if you want a different color. No, if I don't think copper or green would look good on it, I won't say it. But I think it would look good on most things. At least copper for sure.
It's a beautiful on most things. Okay, so
Teresa says that she says orange and blue. So see, everybody has their colors.
yeah, and I rarely use well, orange I use a little more than I do some other colors, but all right. So that now see, that's really pretty, but it's boring. It will have to.
You're gonna have to put something on top, some flowers or something, butterflies or something.
But now I stamped on that side and I printed on that side, and I really like how that one came out.
Yeah.
Now I got to get it down on the floor.
I'm still waiting.
And this, yeah, that's all right. That's just, I'm just.
Anticipation.
Now this is the one that we said copper would. And
it looks good on there, but it needs something else now.
Yep, it's got it now. It's just
those
like,
same flowers need to be put on top of that.
Yep. And they need to be printed on it. But look at this one. Isn't this one just yummy?
It is.
All done. All happy. Okay. And yes, it needs to be printed on top of there. So this piece of copper needs to get dry. Where is that print? Where is that printer thing? Where is that little stamp? It's out. I got it out. Okay. Now this little stamp, guys, is another one of those vegetable tray things. It is as old as my Gelli Plate, so it's solid 2 years old, 2.5 years old. March 2 years ago. It's got a little crack in it, but it's just was drawn with an ink pen, and it still prints. Not as good as it used to, but it still prints. And I think we want maybe that color back there. Lisa will be happy it's green.
Yay! I'm trying to decide what color to put on this behind the red and the copper, because that's what's going to show in all these little dots. I was thinking about a gold. It might look like honeycomb coming through.
Yeah, but and there's copper behind in front of it though.
Yeah, well, I didn't mean gold. I meant like a yellow gold.
A yellow gold. Okay, that will probably work. I'm going to use green turquoise.
But I really like this color, this Midnight Dream. It's like a dark blue green. I think that's what I'm going to use.
But your copper is kind of dark on the front. Is it going to have enough contrast?
Well, the copper's really a light copper.
Okay. All right.
I think it'll be good. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong.
Well, then I guess you'll paint over it, won't you?
Or something.
That's usually what I do, is I just paint over it.
Okay. We'll give it a shot here. When I went in the house, I went out to the what do you call that thing?
Garden?
Rain gauge.
Oh.
We'd gotten almost 1/4 of an inch, but it was just sprinkling at that point. So we'll have to see if it's done or not. There's still lots of rain clouds in the sky, but we lots of times get it in fits and bursts, not in a solid once it's done thing.
That's usually how it comes here, is fits and bursts. And you know what? This is not showing up at all, which is really weird. I'm going to have to use the other flower or something, because that is not showing up. Okay, we are going to print.
Oh my goodness.
Flowers on here.
I'm pulling up the copper. I need to stop and just put some paper on it and see what happens.
Yep.
Except I'm going to have some white spots where that pulled up everything all the way down. I probably should let it dry a little bit more, maybe. I don't know.
Okay, I think this quilty piece of tissue paper has made me very happy today. It's just all just little scrappy thingies everywhere.
I don't know, Teresa, if my mail's gotten here or not. I haven't. It hadn't gotten here when we started, but it may have by now.
Ooh, now that's pretty. They didn't. The flowers are not showing up though. So my
Oh,
my my flower guy may be dead. I may need to have a new. It's pretty because of the colors on top of it, but um, I may need to actually make a new. Oh, that is just gorgeous. That's yummy, Lisa.
I like it. Even with the white parts where it pulled off.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm just going to stop because it is 4:29. I'll show you my lovely little hands.
I missed them.
And Teresa, the package you sent to me took forever. So now we all get a piece of Tanya's copper paper. I see. Tanya's copper paper? Oh, this one? It's pretty coppery. I have paper everywhere, but very little wallpaper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a bust.
yeah.
Very rarely do I ever say that about anything jelly printed, but
I agree, Teresa. Mail has gotten very horrible. Yeah, Lisa, I don't usually say that about anything either. So, but um, maybe if we painted it ahead of time,
yeah,
you
and then
know,
just jelly printed on top of it.
yes, it's still only going to pick up, especially the textured stuff, is only going to pick up what's it hits as a highlight. Now um, that might be cool, but it wasn't making me very excited.
Yeah, me
I
either.
mean, this is a flat piece, a smoother piece, and it worked. But anything that had any texture at all, it wasn't pulling up. So,
No, it was just
um,
getting the kind of a, I don't know what to call it, like this.
yeah, yeah. I just that just even me who likes grungy didn't. I wasn't really
I was trying to
finding
find
that.
the one page I did with that wallpaper that I thought I actually liked, but it took like 6 times to get it to do that. But now I don't even know where it is.
Well, see, and this is it is staying on the wallpaper. I'm surprised at how well it stayed on the
Yeah,
wallpaper.
yeah.
Okay, I wonder what would happen if let's just try it out. I
I
tried.
even did this.
Oh, and it stayed.
It stayed. Yeah.
We're just going to roll out this just a little bit.
Oh, there it is.
See
This is the only one I did that I actually thought I like. It still needs something more, but
Oh yeah. Uh-oh, Susan's tablet battery died.
oh no.
Well, it's supposed to tell you that your battery died, but it can't because your battery died. Yep. See, it doesn't even pick this had paint on it, and it didn't even pick it up off my plate.
Yeah.
So,
I'm wondering though. I'm gonna try something here.
okay.
Let's see.
Now, if you need to get in by 4:30, it is 4:30.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
I don't have I mean, what I need to do after this, I need to do out here anyway. So
Oh,
I
okay.
need to try to make a video for my Bible study because I won't be able to do it Saturday like I usually do.
Aha. Okay.
Okay. Now what I want to try is see if I can print off these flowers
Yeah, I was just
onto it.
that is exactly what I was thinking. I wanted. I just picked this up, Lisa. I was like, okay, I want to see if this will work. Will this work? You know, it's like, okay, will this work? Well, sort of. It might if I put out more paint instead of rolling, because I rolled the paint out.
This is a very textured one. It's the one with the lines.
Uh-huh. Well, and this is very it's very textured. It's like, what do I want to call it? Orange peel?
Yeah. That is what it looks like, yeah.
Teresa said you can do it live. They would watch, but sometimes, Teresa, that's hard to do.
It is.
Uh-huh. You got it. Your brain's got to have this different brain cells to do that. Now I'm liking printing on it if it was painted all, and
yeah,
I like that it doesn't all come out perfect. Okay, let's see what color we can put on top of that won't. Yeah, let's just put some of this on there. Keep it moist.
I kind of like this one.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
I may have to use it for something.
Well, yeah, we always use everything for something, don't we?
Most of the
Not
time.
really.
Unless it just sits around. We rarely throw it away.
Every once in a while, but not very often.
Not very often. Let's see. Let's pull this up.
Okay, so this needs.
Bye, Joan.
Bye, Joan. I am going to. The thing of it is that. Okay, so this is the print I was getting on the wallpaper. That's the print I get on regular paper. It's almost like, okay, so just because I don't like that wallpaper, it's not worth fussing with.
Yeah, it's like, okay, it can sort of work, but.
Yeah, but why? When I have enough other paper to last 16 months.
That you like even better.
Why? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And I just finished up another piece of paper, which I really like. So, there we go. See? Ta-da!
Yep.
Yep. So, I think I better pull this off my plate, though I don't know that I want to leave all that on my plate.
Yeah, I just kind of picked mine up and then squished it around, so I've kind of got this pink zebra print on here now.
Yeah.
It can be a basis for something later, but
there we go. It's just, cleaned up a little bit.
Too much. Yeah.
But I will not put this away until later on tonight or, in the morning.
Oh, well, actually, I'm going to have to move mine.
I've been rubbing the ink-soaked pads over the back of the embossed foil and Amazon cardboard packaging. There you go. Bye, Joan. Have a good evening. Yeah, you're going to have to pull that off so that you can.
Yeah, because I want to put the.
To cook dinner. Yeah, you got to put yours away.
Right.
Yeah, I got to go fix dinner, so, After painting and covering about 100 Domino's boxes, well, at least 50, my daughter comes in and says, "Why don't you just turn them inside out?" Yeah, Susan, did you not know you could turn them inside out? And what are you using the Domino's pizza boxes for? I'm curious.
Me too. And you might really not want Domino's pizza on the inside either. So it depends on what you're doing with them.
Now, I used to keep quilt squares in mine. And I've kept, what do you call, I have kept rubber stamps in them as well. They work real well for both of those things. I'm curious. I have craft storage in them. No food on them. Yeah. The ones I have, we actually asked the pizza places for. For one thing, back in the day, the Cub Scouts we used them a lot for Cub Scout stuff, and the pizza place, because the Cub Scouts ate in there after Cub Scouts all the time. The pizza place always gave us brand new ones. They never fussed. So, okay, don't peel that off. You got to put it on
I'm
carpet
sorry.
tape. Put it on some carpet tape.
Put it on. Okay. I do have some. So.
Well, I do too, but I don't know where it's at. Are we going to do that?
I'm going to do it right now.
Okay, well then I'm going to go.
We can get off the camera if you want to get off, but I'm going to go ahead and do this.
No. If I can find my tape. That's not my carpet tape, though. I don't know where my carpet tape is. I got a brand new roll of carpet tape. Where is it?
Mine's in my tape drawer. Believe it or not, it's actually where it belongs.
Oh, the tape drawer, huh?
I do, because I have way too much tape. And washi tape's not even in there.
Oh, my. I think this is laying. I thought this was laying here. I could probably do a map drawer with all my tape. Yes, I could. I could do that. I gotta have a pair of scissors though. Scissors. The double-sided tape I like. I do not like single-sided tape. I don't like that shiny. Yeah. Oh, and my fingers are. Oh, look at it come off my fingers. I can clean up my hands.
A new way to clean your hands.
Oh, that's not fun. It's sticky and nasty. Ugh. Okay, Journey. Just so you know, this is a good way to clean the edges of your plate when it gets really grungy and it starts to build up goo. And then this tape.
Then you end up with this.
Yes, and it's just so much fun to play with. Now, the reason I didn't like the shiny stuff is because the shiny stuff doesn't stick down, but it's really nice when you've got it on a double-sided piece, because then you can just take it off and stick it to stuff and make things with it. Look at that. Isn't that just yummy?
Let me see. I missed it. Oh, yeah.
Yummy, yummy. Oh, your piece is pretty, too. You used a little piece.
I just used a little piece. I probably should have used a bigger piece, but I guess I can just get another little piece.
Yeah, Fred, I have 3 sets of map drawers. There's 5 drawers in each one. They're stacked one on top of the other. We got them at a government auction, and I just love my map drawers. They're just wonderful. They're kind of messy right now, but okay. We're just going to stick that piece right there and see if we can just
So if you want to clean your Gelli plate, this is the fun way to do it.
That's the fun way to do it. And then you have some cool stuffs to play with. I need another piece. And it will just clean your plate up. It'll be all pretty. We actually have 2 more sets, I think. Jeff's got one out in the shed. He's got his tools in it, like a big giant toolbox. Oh, and there may have been one set that we got rid of. They got wet and they were rusty and nasty, and I think he got rid of that set. They were, oh, isn't that just, ugh.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I just love some goo. I love the grunge. I could just paint this thing, let it in bunches of layers, and then take it off that way. That would be fun.
That would be fun. Maybe we need to do that next time, just to see what happens.
Well, and just think of all the fun sticker tape you've got if you do that.
Yeah.
This
one's mostly pink.
Oh, that's funny. Messy, how can you expect it to craft with a clean house? Yeah. Oh, and I'm cleaning my hands now. That's gonna, got some gold somewhere. I just saw it. Oh, it's on my fingernails. Oh, Journey, I do always paint on the same side of my don't take this piece off. This piece that's on your back, don't take it off unless you've got something else to stick it to. And I always paint on the same side of my Gelli plate. I don't know about Lisa, but I always use the same side over.
Yeah, I've got mine stuck down to this glass thing, but I've never painted on this bottom side.
Yeah.
Although there's some grunge down there.
Yeah, mine's got grunge all along the edges.
My thought about that is if this one gets ucky or damaged, then I can turn it over.
That's my plan too.
So there's my packing tape, grungy packing tape. So. Okay. Fair enough. I'm going to have to get off now.
Okay. That sounds good.
Okay. Love you all. Thanks for coming.
Yep.
Bye-bye.